This is where our investigation work starts to level up a bit. Up to now, we've talked a lot about interviewing, evidence, documentation, fairness, all the core mechanics. But in this module, we're shifting gears into something that makes the difference between a good investigator and a high-caliber one: intelligence analysis. Now, when people hear intelligence analysis, they sometimes think spies, secret missions, dark rooms with blinking screens. That's not what we're doing here. In workplace investigations, intelligence analysis simply means thinking in a structured, disciplined way about the information you collect so you can reduce uncertainty, avoid bias, and make defensible decisions. We're going to start by breaking down what intelligence analysis actually means in our context. We'll look at how it supports fact-finding, how it helps you assess risk, and how it keeps your conclusions grounded in evidence instead of assumptions. We'll also talk about the difference between investigation and intelligence, because gathering facts is one thing, but interpreting them is a whole different skill set. From there, we'll walk through the intelligence life cycle. It's the same cycle used in formal intelligence work, but adapted for internal investigations: planning, collection, processing, analysis, dissemination, and feedback. You'll see how each stage fits naturally into the way we already work, and how being intentional about each step makes your investigations cleaner, clearer, and more defensible. We'll also look at how intelligence thinking shows up right at the beginning of a case: intake, triage, and scoping. Intake is actually your first intelligence capture point, and if you handle it well, you preserve the original story before it gets contaminated. Triage helps you figure out urgency, credibility, and risk. And scoping is where you define your evidence universe: who you need to talk to, what systems you need to pull data from, and what time windows matter. We'll even get into early hypothesis framing, which is one of the most powerful tools for staying organized. Next, we'll explore the different types of intelligence you deal with every day: human intelligence from witnesses, documentary and digital records, physical evidence, organizational dynamics, and even open-source information like public records or social media. Once you see these categories clearly, you'll start recognizing patterns you might have missed before. We'll then move into how to process and structure information. This is where chronologies, timelines, entity maps, and data reduction techniques come in. These tools help you turn messy, scattered information into something you can actually analyze. After that, we'll get into the fun part: intelligence synthesis frameworks. We'll look at PIPO, root cause analysis, hypothesis testing, credibility assessment, pattern analysis, and more advanced approaches like intelligence fusion and sense-making. These are the tools that help you move from "I have a lot of information" to "I understand what happened and why." We'll also talk about intelligence visualization: link charts, timelines, heat maps, relationship graphs, dashboards. These aren't just pretty pictures, they help you see relationships, gaps, and patterns that aren't obvious in text. Finally, we'll wrap up with how to produce intelligence-driven findings. That means converting your analysis into clear, defensible conclusions, structuring your report so decision-makers can follow your logic, and communicating risk and recommendations in a way that actually supports action. And we'll close the module by talking about culture: how to build an intelligence-informed investigation environment. That includes training investigators in analytical thinking, embedding intelligence practices into policy, creating continuous improvement loops, and using technology and analytics tools to keep pace with modern evidence landscapes. So that's where we're headed. This module is all about sharpening your thinking, tightening your process, and giving you the tools to see the full picture, not just the pieces. Let's dive in.